Shalom, shalom. Real Hebrew Israelite coming week in, week out to prophesy the downfall of American society. Start out giving all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, double honors to our apostles and elders and GMS brothers that sincerely doing this work, and the few sisters that's listening and learning. Continue listening and learning and being obedient to your husband. So with that, I want to just hop into a quick sit down, basically proving that King James was a so-called black man and his father was a so-called black man. Just putting out a little facts here. Not really, just putting facts in the Bible that is so-called black people in the Bible. That's basically what it's going to be. But I'm going to let this clip play. Hey man, everybody is starting to wake up to the truth about these nigger women, the facts of who the real people in the Bible is, who the so-called white man is, that they the biblical Edomites. Everybody waking up across the whole world, man. And they done with it. They done with this. So I'm going to let this clip play, man. The Lord is doing a wonderful work. His work never fails.
This is Henry Lord Darnley, father of King James the Fourth and the First of England, Scotland, and Ireland. And this is Mary, Queen of the Scots, mother of King James. And this is King James himself. And here's yet another image of King James and what he really looked like. My source for all of this information comes from Cambridge University, from the book King James the Fourth and the First Reunion of Christendom. This is one of the very few non-whitewashed images of the king that we have. And they couldn't whitewash this image because it was made on a fabric. So if they whitewashed it, it would destroy the image. They tried so hard to get rid of this information, but I have one question. Where did the dark-skinned, nappy-haired rulers go? If King James was ruling up into the 1600s, then what happened?
No, and what happened is that we over here in slavery to this day. That's what happened. We got put on them slave ships after we was ruling, and now, man, this is what happened, man. But this is proving that the people in the Bible are so-called blacks. And I'm going to get this. It's Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourned in the gates thereof languish. They are blackened to the ground. The city of Jerusalem, and the cry of Jerusalem is going up. And when you go into that word black, it goes to Kadar, which means dark skin. Because they had dark skin. I would go to the blue letter, but they changed it. We would have to actually get a Strong's Bible concordance if anybody could get a hand on that, and then you could look that up for yourself. So sometimes you people out there got to do your own research. Go get a Strong's Concordance Bible dictionary and then look it up, because you go to the Strong's on this internet now, it's all twisted up now. They change things, so you will have to go do your own research. Do the research if you really want to know the truth. But this is some of the truth right here, man. And the real images of the people, these so-called white people, they whitewashed everything and lied. We are them people, man, that was ruling over in Europe, man, at that time. And the so-called Latinos and Native Americans ruled over here in the Americas, which are Israelites, which was the 10 lost tribes. See, all this information is being brought out now because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is exposing these people. This is Songs of Solomon 1:5. I am black but comely, O daughters of Jerusalem, at the tents of Kedar, as the tents of Kedar, as the cedars, curtains of Solomon. Exactly, man. So let you know, man, that hey, we them dark-skinned people. Look not upon me because I am black, because the sun have looked upon me. And so if all the people in the Bible were so-called white people, how can the sun look on them? They get cancer. They don't get darker. They get red and real red if they sit out in the sun too long, and they could get sun cancer by being burnt up by the sun because they don't have no melatonin in the skin. So they look, man, just prove that they liars. My mother children were angry with me. They made me the keeper of the vineyard, but my own vineyard have I not kept. That's how he got darker, because he was the keeper of the vineyard, the flocks. So, hey man, so this is just showing you, man, how the real images of our people look. And like the boy was saying, I'm gonna get a quick scripture just to prove the point, where he said, "Where have they gone?" This Deuteronomy 28. And I'm gonna start at 64. And the Lord Yahweh shall scatter thee amongst all people from one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou should serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. So we got scattered to the four corners of the earth during slavery. That's what happened to us. This all happened during slavery. You get this book called the Babylon Timbuktu. You would know in 70 AD the Jews have fled. We fled amongst the Africans, man, and hid amongst them. And I think it was the western part of Africa. We was fleeing from Roman persecution and hiding amongst them people. So, but if you do your research, you will know that by Julius Caesar and them, man. And Titus, you gotta actually go into this history and read that. And that's what happened. That's how we got put in slavery. And them so-called Africans was catching us, not black on black crime. They was catching us and throwing us in slavery, because they knew how we looked and they knew how we kept our customs, you know. But we hid amongst them because they was other dark people. So a lot of our people still, over there to this day. Slocky, excuse me. And amongst these nations should thou find no ease, neither should the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord Yahweh should give thee a trembling heart, and falling for eyes, and sorrow of mind. That's what happened. I'm going to go skip to 68. And the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. And how did we get over here in Egypt? By slave ships. So that's a proven fact right there, showing you this is what happened to the people that was ruling over in Europe. King James and them, after he got probably died and stuff, after he died and stuff, we got put in slavery. So by the way of I spake it to thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there should ye be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. So we were sold for bondmen and bondwomen, put in slavery. This is what happened to them. So this is what happened to them when the boy said what happened to them people. Got put in slavery. Get a couple more scriptures proving that we are the dark-skinned people in the Bible. Even the son of the Lord was a so-called black man. This is Revelations. This Revelations 1 and 13. In the midst of the seven candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girded above with the pales with a golden girdle. His head and his hair were white like wool, as white as snow. And when you go into old definitions and you looked up wool or woolly hair, it talked about Negroid people, because they was talking about us. So which letting you know that we are them people. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice the sound of many waters, to let you know he was a so-called black man. So if the son of the Lord looked like that, how you think his people looked, the Israelites? We looked like so-called dark black people. So this is just proving it once again that we are them people of the Bible. Like, you can't run away from this. It's like you can't hide this information no more. You can't say we not them people, because they painted over the images. It's First Maccabees 3:48. And they lay open the book of the law wherein the heathens had sought to paint the likeness of their images. And like the boy was saying, they was whitewashing. So that's what they was doing, painting over the real images and putting up their images. So which proved that they lied about what King James really did. They lied about everything. They don't want this information coming out because it's too much truth in it. So now this information is being brought out. It's just showing you we are them people. This is Joel 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? How they covered the faces? By painting over the images, like I just read in the first Maccabees 3:48. So they was painting over the real images. And not where who is he? You should know who it is by now. It's the so-called white people. They lied and painted over the real images. We are them dark people of the Bible. And that's just what it is. You can't get around it. You can't get around this. It's nothing you could do to get around this. It's so many more scriptures I can go through to prove this point, man. You know, and I'm not. You can do your own research, or I might make a part 2 of this. But I'm about to close this out, man. This is enough information right there just to prove that the Israelites are so-called dark people. So with that, I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders and GMS and brothers that sincerely doing this work. Keep pushing and doing the work. Shalom, Barakathum, and Abba Babal.